We love Killzone 3 here at FirstPlay, and not just because you can knife red-eyed space Nazis in the eye socket. You can also break their necks and slit their throats. Oh, the joys of war. Really, we love Killzone 3 because it's one of the best first-person shooter experiences you'll find on PS3. We know what you're thinking, and no, dogs won't do that, even if they're really hungry. But what you're also probably thinking is, how did Guerilla create such a masterpiece? We spoke to the team to find out.
I think Killzone 3, the vision for that is basically dial everything up to 11. So we, as I say, we developed some great systems in Killzone 2. Now we had 2 years to basically take all of that, push it in every area, and create a great new game. And that goes from a much better story, story that tells the motivation and the background of the iconic enemy that we're portraying.
Yeah, the look of the Helgas has been something that's been in development for over a decade by now. And originally we were going to get something that was really threatening. It was instantly recognizable, very iconic, that would stand on its own. Something that you could put on the cover of a magazine and people would instantly say, that's Killzone. And over the years that look has developed, the eyes have changed, the harnesses have changed. It's become more sci-fi as time is passing. With now basically the hazmats that have completely enclosed suits and almost have like powered armor. And it's a constant basically evolvement in that regard.
If you look at a single thing, like a character for instance, there's so many people involved in that and trying to make sure that that character actually makes it into the game and works the way it's supposed to work. There's programmers involved from AI, from game codes, there's animators involved, there's the actual guy who models the character, there's the designers who kind of define his behavior, there's the guys who place him in the levels, then he needs a weapon, it's stuff on top of stuff, on top of stuff, on top of stuff.
Forget it.
Seth's hair is really British. You might have noticed that. Dutch guys usually have hair that's kind of floppy. For Seth, basically, we wanted something that's kind of a little bit more international. And if we would design hair, it's always a little bit wonky. So we literally studied loads of magazines about basically what would be a suitable hairstyle for Seth. For the Helgas, it was a little bit easier. Basically, there's only one guy that really has hair, which is Stahl. And for him, we wanted to get this kind of, Emily Gree, a guy basically that immediately kind of exhumes power, but also you can see that he's different and he's richer than everybody else because he's one of the few that still has his hair.
Revenge! That was unexpected when we started the game was the addition of 3D. That was quite something that hit us. How can you make this game into 3D? The problem was that we were pushing the PlayStation 3 so hard for 2D. We tried to use all the processing power that we had and really crank it up another level for Killzone 3. And then we suddenly had to render the image twice, for each eye. That was really complex. But fortunately, we were already started on a split screen mode. But that was also like two different images. So you kind of could focus on the split screen, which has a wide demand as well, and then really take that and then overlay these images and create it into 3D.
We're very critical of ourselves. We look at all of the reviews, we read all of the fan feedback, and take the things that are at the bottom of the list that people didn't really like and see if we can turn them into strong points. So that's actually kind of the process from Liberation, from Killzone 2 to Killzone 3. We constantly do those analysis and see what we need to improve upon.
All the stuff that we wanted to do during Killzone 2, but we ran out of time, some things turned out to be more difficult and just need a little bit extra polish. A lot of those ideas spill over to the next game. So Killzone 3 has a lot of the elements that we wanted to do for Killzone 2 already. The one thing that people absolutely have to try is the sliding mechanic. It's become kind of like a favorite on the development team because one of the things that's kind of like a hidden feature is you actually use the slide and tackle people and kick them over.
There's a couple of things where we said, well, we wanted to, for instance, have a boss fight with the jetpack that we worked on, but we didn't fully realize that. It didn't really come together in the way that we wanted it. So, well, it's not a good enough quality yet. Let's not risk it. Let's finish what we have because it's strong enough as it is.
There's a lot of things I'm very proud of. I think a title of this magnitude that we've delivered in just 2 years, really, that's got a much bigger story, that's got 3D support, it's got move support, it's got a massive multiplayer, it's got co-op, it's got so much in it.
We kind of live for crazy ambition. So, I want to get out of bed and do something that I think is unique. And I think we have formed a team around us where everybody really wants to make unique titles. I personally have a motto that if it's simple, then everybody would be doing it, and I would be worried. So I live for the hard things and the hard problems to solve.
On NGP, we're going to do another Killzone, and I think Killzone is a franchise that lends itself very well for showcasing new hardware.
The NGP is obviously a very interesting proposition for us because it finally has dual analog controls on a handheld. We love that. We've been playing the first-person shooters on the touchscreen, and your thumbs, I don't think, work really well on a touchscreen. It gets sticky and all that. So we're quite excited about that, and more details will follow. We have a nice canteen in the office, and when the times go tough, and this time around was better than any of the previous games because we kind of know the PlayStation 3 now, and it helps a bit. So we planned out a couple of months, and we had full service food and a nice healthy food for the guys, and then the weekends and Friday we had pizza. So we kind of alternate. So it's not just this constant pizza and burger fest, and people are starting to look more unhealthy, but really give them good chow and keep the morale up. So yeah, that's cool.
Thanks to everyone at Guerilla. We're already looking into getting our own office chef. She's called Mrs. Microwave, and she's awesome. We sure know how to push her buttons. My husband hasn't come home.